Hello, everyone. So I'm back here. I'm here to talk about The Flash. That was a movie I saw. Also, there's a Back to the Future poster there, which, is relevant to the movie. If you watch it, you'll know. I don't want to explain it. So, yeah. Also, there's a background now. See? Now you can be happy and don't have to complain. Anyways, I watched a movie, which I'm not even joking. As I said very loudly in the theater at the end. That was the biggest waste of 2 hours of my life. Also, there's like 7 people in the theater on a Friday night of an opening weekend of this movie. So, good luck making money, Flash. I do wish you luck. Now, I gotta say, this movie had a lot of problems, and I'll be talking more about this probably in a more lighthearted way and less of a miserable way. Tomorrow, I don't even know when it's coming out, but tomorrow I'll be recording it with Lights Camera Rant. I'll be going on Lights Camera Rant's podcast to talk about this thing, this disaster, if you want to call it that. I'll probably be more funny about it. Right now, I'm just gonna be miserable because I feel miserable because I watched that terrible movie. And if I had the Flash's powers, I would go back in time to stop myself from watching it. I can tell you that for sure. This movie was a disaster from beginning to end. The visual effects, again, this is not me attacking the visual effects people because I know they actually are good at their jobs and also they care about their jobs. The problem is the studios don't give them the time, money, or resources or, give them nearly the proper amount of work. They give them way too much work, which just makes everything bad. However, when you're saving babies from falling, right? And the babies clearly look like dolls. You've done something wrong. Something in this process of the making a movie has gone wrong. And I think there were also parts where it was too serious, but also not serious enough. And I'm trying to avoid major spoilers because I don't know. I guess I don't think anyone's actually gonna watch. No one should really watch this movie. Let me be honest with you. I'm telling you, just don't go watch it. But I just think it was a movie where it's in 4 weeks, YouTube clips are gonna come out and you'll be like, okay, cool. Thank you for that. Now I know all the cool cameos that appeared, and now I can just move on with my life. Because really, the only reason this movie is I would even say it's even worth considering spending money to watch is for cameos. At that point, you might as well just wait for the YouTube clips to come out or the TikTok clips or whatever how people watch movies now to come out and just, watch it like that and call it a day. Because honestly, again, I don't think there was anything worth watching about this movie. The story was uninspired and honestly lacking really anything Flash related. I'm wearing a Flash shirt, by the way. It's probably one of the last times an Ezra Miller Flash shirt will be relevant. Anyways, the glorified cameos, man, it's just crazy. There is a lesson in there, I guess. Although if I'm being honest, the lesson's the same as Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse, and let's be honest, Across the Spider-Verse did it better. So, that also has to be said. The other thing is if you played a drinking game every time they say Justice League, you might be dead. Or maybe you would just be very drunk. I don't know. I don't drink. Anyways, that was another problem, was that they said Justice League way too many times, which just further hurts a brand, which, especially because, again, if you look at the box office, nobody watched Justice League, so you didn't have to keep reminding people, oh yeah, this garbage movie did come out once upon a time, and these characters were in it. Chill, man. Come on. Sasha Calle as Supergirl was the greatest thing about this movie because without her, this movie would literally be unwatchable. And Barry Allen, because of the stuff that Ezra Miller has done off the camera, like stalking women, does not seem like a lovable dork type character. Instead, Barry Allen seems like a creep. So that is another part which really, really, really helps the whole, movie. No, it doesn't. I don't know who to blame this on, if I'm being honest, because I want to put blame on someone for this disaster. I guess I can blame, the universe for letting this be released. I could blame myself for going to watch it. So Andy Muschietti's going to be directing Batman the Brave and the Bold, right? So we have to accept the fact that he's going to be directing it. And I don't know if this is a direct criticism on his own ability to direct a superhero movie, because honestly, this was not a good movie. But I don't know if it was his fault. Do I blame it on the script specifically? I don't know. Like, I think in a sense, when your character, the actor who plays the Flash, is literally unable, like, someone you cannot root for, and then they make you put it out. Even though the movie's been developed for 10 years, there's no reason that they should have rushed the VFX when they could have started the VFX. I guess they kept changing directors, but, like, still. This just feels ridiculous. Like, why are you making a movie where it literally just feels pointless? Like I went in, I'm like, I don't know. Are they gonna die? Please die. Please die. And honestly, like, the other weird thing was, like, somehow they managed to do, like, some weird version of Flashpoint, but, like, they didn't have any Flashpoint storylines or characters or any of, like, all the, it's like Annie Machete and whoever wrote the script, that Christina Hodgkinson, I think, wrote it. I don't remember off the top of my head. That's what I'm saying. But, it's like they took the script of Flashpoint, right? Or the comic of Flashpoint, and they just tore out pages of the comic that were, like, interesting or fun or good. And they're like, okay, let's do it, but, like, without this. And it really just ended up being the cover and the end. Because that's what it felt like. Like, it felt like again, if you read or watch Flashpoint, right? Because there's obviously the animated movie, you get the feeling that people cared about that movie, right? Like, they put the effort into, and the comic, felt like they put the effort into tell a Flash story. This was not a Flash story. Like, again, there was, like, what the hell was the villain even, like, you know what this felt like? I'll be honest with you. This felt like some weird combo between, like, that one episode of What If, that Doctor Strange episode of What If, and, like, I don't know. And honestly, if you're getting compared to What If, because, like, if anyone knows me knows, I did not love What If particularly at all. I think the Doctor Strange episode was probably the best episode. However, when you're doing a cheap knockoff for 2 hours, you kind of lose a little bit of your credibility. Like, there was, like, I honestly, like, please, what I need you to do, if there was any positive to this movie, apart from the fact that it ended at some point, then please let me know. Because, and besides Supergirl, obviously, but other than that, like I just did not want to watch this movie. Like I didn't want to be there. It was ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how someone could watch this and say, this needs to be released. And then, again, I don't know what to think about it, but for James Gunn to say, hey, who directed this movie? Let's give them another movie. Like, again, I don't know if I can actually blame him for whatever the hell this movie was, but he has to take some credibility, like, some culpability for this. Like, he has to take some percentage of the blame. And I think, I'm going to probably throw this, again, all this, there'll be more of me being humorous and laughing about this tomorrow. But right now I'm just a little bit annoyed that I literally wasted, like, 2.5 hours or so of my life to watch this movie. But it was bad. Like, it was really bad. And again, like, I feel like I could have just, if I could go back in time and stop myself from watching this, I would have. Like, there were so many things that's questionable. Like, again, this was, if you want the same lesson but just done better, go watch Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. It was just Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Sorry, that's one. It was just a better movie than this. Like, I honestly, I'm just thinking about, like, how can you rationalize releasing this? It was bad. It was really, really bad. And, like, the effects also were all terrible. And again, I'm not blaming that on the VFX artists. I'm blaming that on the fact that they gave them probably, like, 2 weeks to put the effects together. And it was probably, like, 2 people who had to put the effects together in 2 weeks. And it was not a recipe for success, especially when I can mirror half those effects on my computer, my MacBook computer. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, there was no level of, like, sophistication. Also, they threw toy babies off a building because of reasons. So that was cool too. Anyways, I guess that was it. There was a bunch of cameos which were fun, but then there were moments where it's like, okay, just throw in a stupid cameo here just so we don't have to, like, but then they're like, no, we're going to be a little boring here. And I was like, why? Like, this movie's a throwaway anyways, Like, I saw there was a list of 3 cameos which were left out of the movie or cut out of the movie. You know what they could have done? They could have thrown some cameos in some of those earlier scenes, like, the first scene with the people Batman is chasing. Just make that a cameo instead of some random people. Like, come on, man. Also, there's a weird lack of Superman, of any Superman, which I thought was odd. Like, until, like, the end. I don't know. Just, also, like, there's a whole bunch of the stuff, and look, I'm honestly too tired to talk about it, but, like, there was a bunch of the stuff with the timeline stuff where I'm like, okay, but you explain it this way, and then you do all this stuff, so please explain that to me, but I'm not going to do that right now. That'll probably be a time when I'm, energized, for example. Again, I'm going to plug it because why not? Lights, Camera, Rants podcast I'll be on tomorrow. Then I'll have more energy to kind of talk about the timeline stuff. But anyways, please let me know if there's a reason that I'm wildly overrating this movie. Like, I would literally give this a 2 out of 10. 2, because of the cameos. Specifically 1, which I actually pleasantly enjoyed. And 1, which I absolutely did not enjoy, but I still can understand why they put it in there. Also, Michael Keaton can't be Batman anymore, okay? He's too old. Like, it just looks wrong. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at that weird, like, Back to the Future poster that's, like, not really, whatever. Or look out that window, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, follow us on social media. I talked about this movie for 11 minutes, so, and I didn't swear, I don't think, once. So I think I should be given a lot of credit. You know what? Because I did all this, you should just like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media. And follow me on social media at KhalilJamal03 because I am awesome. And this channel is literally awesome. And I'm wearing a flasher, and I watched The Flash, so, But let me know what you thought of the movie. Please, please let me know. Anyways, I'm sick and tired of DC. Now, time to go read some comics which are actually good. Or watch an animated movie that's actually good. Because DC needs to really figure this out. And James Gunn, you better not screw this up. Anyways, bye.